Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, we're Sean and Tyler. We are two husbands. We are in the process of having a baby, which is a crazy thing to say. If you missed yesterday's vlog where we announced that, go back and watch it. It's probably the most important one we posted so far. But yeah, if you're new here, you should subscribe. Over the next several months, we will be documenting our journey to having a child, hopefully. And yeah, so this morning, we had to, so we're adopting, and we had to, part of that process is your home study, and we did a home study forever ago, like more than a year ago now, but now that we are matched, we have to like update it because it's been more than a year, and so we have to go like do our fingerprints for our background checks today, just so we can get it resubmitted. The baby's not expected to be here until February, but we're just trying to get ahead of the holidays because I anticipate our social worker will be busy and all that stuff, so we're just doing it now. Anything you want to say? Good morning. So yeah, we're starting the vlog from the car. It's always a change of scenery. Yesterday's vlog went up like 2 hours late, but it's not my fault. The vlog was done, it was uploaded. It took YouTube forever to process it, so sorry for that. Hopefully this one, it's fixed by today. And I have to work today. I think Tyler's gonna do something. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Cool. So yeah, welcome to a day in our life, an authentic day in our life. We're so over the moon excited, and yeah, I've started submitting paperwork for parental leave and just to get ahead of that because after Christmas we'll be in like go mode for this. So we gotta drive home. I gotta start my work day. I overslept this morning. I woke up at 9 o'clock. So, all right, see you in a bit.
Hey guys.
Hey vlog.
If you were watching the vlog the other day, we were at the mall and there was this Terrifier shirt I wanted, and Spencer's website said that everything was 20% off. And so I asked them if they could match. They couldn't. And Sean was like, you should just get it online if you want it. So I did, and it is here. I have two other Terrifier shirts, but I really liked the acid wash design of t-shirts, and this had that going on. And so I really like it. I'm gonna wear this one when we go see the movie. Yeah, it just feels like it's really good quality. So, actually, might just wear this today. Later, when I change and all that. Yes, I am wearing the same thing I wore yesterday. I have not showered yet, just because I haven't had anywhere to be today. Right now, I am sitting on the porch with my coffee, reading a little bit. This was just delivered, so I came back in. But I'm gonna do that for a little while until I hit my reading goal of the day. And then I think I might take Carter for a walk because I'm not gonna work out today, but I still, even on my rest days, recovery days or whatever, I still like to do some kind of activity or be active in some way. So his ears perked up when I said that. You wanna go for a walk today, buddy? Hey guys, I haven't spoke to you in a minute, so I thought that I would just pick up the camera real quick. I think Sean should be finishing work sometime in the next few minutes, and then not much has been going on today. It has been rainy and cloudy and nasty in Louisville the past couple of days, and I was just saying that that's not supposed to get any better. I just read, actually, I think we're supposed to get some, I guess, remnants from the hurricane that's happening or something. I don't know. So yeah, just simply not really that much going on. Sean did get us tickets, so we're going to see Chapel Roan next week on Tuesday, and Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan are doing the Sweat Tour the night after that show in Nashville. And Sean was looking at tickets. They weren't that bad, they weren't priced that badly, and so he was like, should we go? And we both really liked Troy's album a lot, and I liked Brat enough. There are some songs on it that I do like a lot, and I say that, but I was streaming some of them. But mostly I'm mostly excited to see Troy, but I think it'll be cool to see Charlie too. But yeah, so we're gonna stay in Nashville a couple of days with the dogs, and Sean's gonna work from there. What else? I've been reading JoJo's book. I mentioned I got it the other day. I'm almost done. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. It's pretty good. I don't even think you necessarily have to have a specific interest in her to enjoy it, because there's a lot, like, if you enjoy stuff about like the music industry and label stuff and like things like that, she goes into detail about a lot of things like that in the book. So I would recommend it if you're into that kind of thing. I like it. It's pretty cool. I like reading memoirs, but like I just said, I kind of have to have an interest in the person in some capacity. And then we've been watching Monsters on Netflix, which I'm sure like some of you all have too, because it's like widely popular. We haven't had as much time the last few nights to like continue watching it, but I'm excited to like keep watching it and get more time to do that. And there's a few like things that are on my list that I'd like for Sean and I to watch. But yep, that was just a little bit of my yapping session. So
this tripod's a little wobbly, but hey guys, it's 6:10. I'm gonna do some cooking for you guys. Not for you, but on the camera. It's for Tyler.
For me.
Yeah. This is my emotional labor, or my like household labor that I do pretty much every day, but I haven't actually really cooked in a while. I'm gonna make this, I think I'm using turkey sausage or chicken sausage tortellini. It felt fall-y, so it's like a little cream base, and the weather's been weird here. I'm finally breaking, but I gotta chop an onion first. I hate chopping.
Actually not finally breaking. I just talked about that in the video. I just saw on the weather on Instagram that we were supposed to be getting like the remnants, I guess, of like that hurricane that's happening.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be crazy here on Friday.
Nice. Love that for me. I'll be by myself with the dogs. Hillary will not go outside when it's raining. I'm not gonna let her outside during a hurricane, but she wouldn't anyway. Anyway, I gotta chop an onion. I hate chopping onions, but I haven't really cooked in a little while. I feel like we've been so busy and like eating out more than usual, so I'm gonna do that. But we uploaded the vlog today with our baby announcement, and it's getting some love, and we appreciate it. We appreciate all the kind words. Yeah, so anyway, generally speaking, the response has been pretty positive. Okay, so I cut up this turkey smoked sausage. I have this sauteing on the stove for like the next 5 to 7 minutes in a large pot that you can see there. I'll show you more in a second. And then I diced up this onion here. That's about half of a white onion. The recipe called for a whole onion, but I'm like pretty sensitive to onion. I don't know, I don't love too much of it, so I only use half. It's your journey. If you want to use a whole onion, you can. Apparently can. But anyway, this is sauteing. We have these Caraway pots and pans. I got them for Christmas a few years ago. They've held up generally pretty well. I think the number one knock on Caraway is that, one, they're gorgeous, but like over time as you cook with them, they lose some of the their sheen, I guess, in a way. But they don't require a lot of oil, and they don't require a lot of heat. But someone recommended we try this nonstick extra virgin olive oil spray. I've been using it for years. I'm a really big fan. It's 0 calories. I don't understand how that's possible. Probably because it's fake. But I don't love adding calories to our food with oil. It's just, we don't calorie count necessarily, but we do try to make healthier choices here and there when we can. And one way that we do that is being mindful of the oil we use. So we usually use olive oil unless we're using like high heat, in which case I'll use like grapeseed, which is like not calorie light. But the olive oil sprays, I don't know how it works, but they don't add any calories, or add very few calories to your meal. So the easiest way I think that you can run calories up in a dish is by throwing in a bunch of butter and a bunch of oil, which makes it taste great, but it's not what I'm trying to do today. While that happens, I think Tyler mentioned we kind of impulsively bought tickets to see Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan. Fun fact is Troye Sivan was my very, very first concert back in 2016, I think it was. I saw him in Washington D.C. for the Blue Neighborhood tour. I love that album. That is my favorite Troye album. I'm kind of more excited to see him than Charlie XCX. Tyler and I were talking, like I really like Troy's last album. I liked his music like before that like enough, but I really liked his last album. It's a good gay pop album. If you haven't listened to it, something to give each other, you should. Brat, I'm not the biggest fan of. It's just not my style of music. It's a little too hyper pop for me, but I appreciate what Brat has done culturally. So I feel like it's one of those things where like we're kind of in the middle of a cultural moment with Brat, and I think we know that. It's not that deep, but yeah, it'll be a fun show. It's like we're on Chapel and then that back to back, so we'll spend 2 days in Nashville next week.
Yeah, I'm also more excited to see Troy, but I have listened to Brat a little bit, so.
I couldn't find Italian, ignore this cabinet, it's a mess, but I couldn't find Italian sausage at the store, so I'm just going to use Italian seasoning on this. Not how I would like to do it, but I think that's kind of, my hands are kind of tied here, so that's what I'm going to do. I thought I had a Kinder's Italian. Yeah, I'm going to use an Italian seasoning and then this buttery garlic and herb seasoning from Kinder's. We're a Kinder's household. We like everything Kinder's. I don't really love cooking on camera because I think everyone is like so picky about how they cook and like, you didn't do this way. And I think cooking is like a byproduct of like where you're from and like how you grew up. And I didn't grow up in a house where like I had to cook. I learned how to cook like in college, like because I had to survive. But over the years I've learned a couple things, so maybe I'll start doing more of that on the vlog, especially as we become parents and cook more. Yeah, anyway, Kinder's seasonings, they're all good, so yeah, and I think cooking is like one of those things that I enjoy doing more in the fall and like the colder months, just because I think in the summer it's like already hot outside. I do not want to turn the stove on or oven on. And I think I'm gonna do some like I think I said it last weekend, but I think I'm actually gonna do some baking this weekend. Especially if we're supposed to get all that bad weather and it's gonna storm. We'll be like stuck in the house. So, all right, it's finally starting to saute. So in about 5 minutes, that will be done. I will take it out and then I will add the onion, let that saute, and then I will add all the other ingredients. I don't think I have spinach, which the recipe calls for, but I will. We'll just skip it tonight. Just don't tell anybody. I just took the sausage off the stove. Next step is going to be to saute the vegetables. It calls for red pepper flakes. I will not be doing that because Tyler has a very low spice tolerance. But so I'm going to saute some garlic. I need 3 cloves of garlic. I like the garlic. About 1 teaspoon of this is the equivalent of a clove. So I'm going to probably do like 4 or 5 because I like my things a little more garlicky. And then I'm going to saute the onion with it for about a couple minutes. Garlic burns very fast, so you want to be careful. So once I can start to like smell it, I will throw in the liquid, which I think is going to be 4 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to let that simmer. And then I'll throw in the heavy cream, let that simmer, and then I'll throw in the tortellini, I believe. That's what the recipe calls for, so stay with me. Okay, so my vegetables are sauteing. This camera's not great for picking up food, but with onions, you know, when they start to get a little translucent, and garlic, it'll start to like smell it. So that's how I know that that's done. And then I will add 4 cups of chicken broth, which this whole thing is about 4 cups of chicken broth. Then I think I found, I mean, I can make tortellini. I've done it 1,000 times before, but it used to be a pretty common meal for us. But this recipe I found specifically was from like a Facebook page. I'll put a screenshot on the here. So after 3 minutes. Okay. So yeah, using Kroger brand chicken broth. This one's not low sodium. Usually we buy low sodium, so we'll have the sodium today. And then. Yeah, we're probably about 10 minutes from dinner time. Tortellini does cook really fast, so it's going to take longer for the broth to come to a boil. So we're in business. Okay, Tyler's listening to Brat. My thing is simmering, so now the recipe calls for a cup of. I had to add more liquid because I realized I'm like making more tortellini than the recipe originally called for. So if you are making more, like I'm using this family-sized bag pouch. We may put some up for lunch tomorrow. But so it's about double what the recipe called for, so you may have to double your recipe. But I'm still, actually not, probably about 1.5 cups of heavy cream now. So a little more than 1.5 cups of heavy cream that is going into my, we'll call it a soup. I think that's what we'll do. We'll call it a soup. And then the ice maker is so loud. And then this tortellini, this 3-cheese tortellini is going in once this the cream warms up. It says this will be ready in 5 minutes, so we have about 5 minutes until dinner time, and then I will add the sausage back in, let that come back to a good temperature, and then we will be good to go there. Wasn't recording. This is what we're wrapping up with. It's about to boil over, but the spinach or kale, I think the recipe called for kale, would have added some color to it because that's what's missing, I think. But I mean, it's more of a soup than like just eating pasta. So I'm taking this off now. The final ingredients, just salt and pepper to taste. These are gravity shakers we got. They were on our wedding registry and someone bought them for us. I think it was my mom bought them for us. But when you hold it upside down, it just dispenses for you. So, all right, I'm gonna plate it up, and that's gonna be dinner. And then we gotta get to my mom's house. I haven't seen her in a few days, so we're gonna go swing by her house in a little bit. But I'll let you know what we think. And then of course, I have to have my daily Diet Coke. Cheers. Hey guys, it is currently 10:37. Before we wrap up, we're gonna do our nightly game of 365. Dinner we made that I think this is the last thing I recorded. It was good. It was pretty rich. It was pretty heavy. It was soupy, which is fine. That's what I expected. But it was just like, it was very rich, and so we didn't eat.
Another one of us finished.
Yeah, but it was pretty good. The recipe will be in the description if I remember to do it. I probably won't, but I got off some like AI boomer trap Facebook page. So, all right, our nightly game of 365 is a daily card game for couples. It's the point we draw a card every day. We answer the question on the card. Hopefully, it allows you guys to get to know a little bit more about us. We're gonna start doing it 2 of them a day for a little while, just so we can get through them a little faster. If you missed yesterday's video and we talked about it today, you know, we are expecting a baby at the beginning of next year. And I imagine there will be nights when that happens that we won't feel like doing this. So we're going to just start picking up the pace a little bit, and I think that benefits you guys. It's more content today. So, all right, day number 63. What's your favorite way to spend time with me?
Our errands.
Yeah, our Saturday errands. Yeah, I think that takes the cake for me. I also like our couch rot. Like when we like, I think you know you're comfortable with someone when you can like sit in the same room and be silent. Like we can just sit on the couch and just like watch 2 separate TikTok feeds and send each other one thing one's funny, and it just works that way. That's how you know you're comfortable with someone. I think if you feel the need to like continuously fill silence, that's a sign. I don't know. To me, that's a sign that like there's like an awkward like tension there that you're trying to break. Whereas we can just sit and not talk to each other for hours, but be like next to each other. Yeah, let's run into that one.
No, I agree with that.
Day 64. When was the last time I made you feel special? For me, I'll answer this one first. Yesterday, when he went and did the baby errands, we didn't put it in the vlog because it just wasn't, you know, not everything's content. But he bought me a card and like some candy about how excited he was to like do this with me and like become a dad and see me be a dad, and it was really sweet. And fun fact, I have saved every card Tyler has written me, and he does it for like obviously birthdays, anniversaries, but every once in a while, like some special occasions, he does that. So that made me feel special yesterday.